Hi, I'm Donna Joy Asher. I'm an award-winning multi-genre author, so I write in the space of fantasy and cozy mystery and kind of a bit more moving into some paranormal fantasy cross stuff as well. But today I want to read to you from one of my books. So this is called Agents of Ape, and this is my new cover. Don't you love it? Love it so much. Thank you to my amazing cover designer, Melody Simmons. But this has just turned up. I've just ordered this from Amazon myself. It's just turned up. So I want to read to you from that. Now, this is a kind of like a cozy mystery slash sci-fi book. So it's kind of got the cozy mystery character. She's tough. She's a little bit klutzy. She's got a mystery to solve, but there's aliens involved. And I want to read to you from this, and there will be a link below this video if you want to go check it out on Amazon. We'll put that link down there. So the book is about a character called Sissy, short for Cicely, and the back cover blurb is, meet Sissy. She's an ass-kicking, smart-mouthed chick from the Aussie outback. She likes a men complex and her life simple, but all that is about to change. You see, Sissy's just woken up from a nap to find that 5 years have passed. Now her fiancé shacked up with her best friend and strange creatures are trying to kill her. And if all that wasn't weird enough, the darkly mysterious Elliot arrives, determined to recruit her as an alien private eye. But is Elliot who he says he is, and are his claims that the planet is in danger true? Sissy must put her broken heart aside if she is to decipher the truth, thwart the attempts on her life, and go on to save the world. Okay. The ride didn't help as much as I'd hoped it would. My mind was still roiling when I hit the decreasing speed limits that told me I was almost in town. I eased back on the throttle, trying to ignore the nagging questions. Who was Elliot really? How had I known all that stuff about the moon? What was with those animals and their red teeth? My plan when I left home had been to keep on riding through town and out the other side. But instead, I found myself indicating left at the first major intersection and heading for the library. It seemed I needed answers more than I needed fresh air. I pulled my hat low on my head as I entered the building. My precautions were unnecessary. I didn't recognize the young, blonde lady sorting through the books at the front counter, and there appeared to be no one else there. I gave her a smile and a wave as I headed in the direction of the computers. Mum had never seen the need for one, and I was guessing my old laptop was long gone. My first search, Eliot Shakespeare, brought up an academic paper on T.S. Eliot and Shakespeare, yawn, and some Facebook profiles. I never bothered to get a Facebook account, so I was unable to view who they were, but I was guessing they weren't this Elliot. From there I moved on to searches on weird creatures seen in Kalgoorlie. That brought up some disturbing photos, but nothing that had actually been found in Kalgoorlie, and even then, none of them looked even remotely like what I had seen. Kalgoorlie mined fined for environmental damage. Mining pollutants produced mutant creatures. Mining effluents damaging environment. Mining effluents speed up evolution. My searches were coming up empty. There wasn't even a whiff of a mining scandal to follow. Two-headed dogs sighted near Kalgoorlie. Animals with red teeth and green blood. I sighed and pushed back from the computer while I thought. You're asking the wrong questions. Fuck! I yelped, swinging around to glare at Elliot. Don't you ever knock? He leaned forwards and rapped his knuckles on the tabletop a couple of times. Smart ass. I swung back to the computer and erased my latest search. So, I said, what is the correct question? Any question directed at me? I stared at him, desperately wanting to beg him for answers. I was sure, though, that he was a big part of whatever that answer was, and while he may have charmed my mother, he certainly wasn't charming me. Not going there. I stood up and grabbed my jacket off the back of the chair. You know, I backed away as he reached a hand towards my face. The edge of the computer table dug into the back of my thighs. His fingers grabbed a piece of stray hair, sliding along its length to the very end. You really should have showered before you left home this morning. He rubbed his thumb and fingertips together, then held them out to me. Green stained the skin there. Are you sure you don't have any questions for me? Nope. I shook my head as I stepped sideways. Nah, nothing. Zip. He let out a chuckle as he shook his head. This is going to be so much fun. I paused in the process of turning towards the exit. You and I obviously have very different ideas of fun. Oh no, fun for me, not for you. He pulled a face. I'm not even 100%. You have what it takes to survive. I mean, look. He flicked a hand at my damaged leg. You barely survived a gang of Narwhals. What are you going to do when the flying terrors show up? Flying terrors? I stiffened my spine. I have no idea what you are talking about. Oh, they're massive. Wingspan the size of a small stadium. They have this cry, kind of like a cross between a cheetah screaming and nails being dragged down a blackboard. The sound of that alone has been known to take a man to his knees. Their favourite method of killing is to bite your head right off. He shrugged. At least it will be quick. Now the Scarcorns, on the other hand, well, they like to take it slow. I turned back towards the exit. The librarian was looking in our direction, a frown on her face. I resisted the urge to give her the finger. It wasn't her fault I was in such a foul mood. Instead, I plastered a smile on my face as I marched towards her. So sorry about the noise, I said. What are you going to do, Sick? Elliot's voice trailed after me. The librarian's frown grew even frostier. Honestly, I wasn't sure what her problem was. It wasn't even like there was anyone else in the damned place. A cry like a cross between a screaming cheetah and nails being dragged down a blackboard? A gun. I was going to need a gun. And not any gun. I wanted my guns. No doubt they were still locked in the gun cabinet at my old house, which meant either breaking and entering or having to see Joel or Lorna. I shrugged. Either way meant Elliot having to clean up after me. That put the first smile on my face that I'd had all day. Okay, I hope you liked that. I love this book so much. I had so much fun writing it. If you like it, follow the link below this video. It'll take you to Amazon where you can read a little bit more about it and hopefully go on to love Agents of Abe as much as I do.